I'm Steve Johnson, News Director for theDove TV. Check out our other videos and visit our website at thedove.us. Thanks. Good morning, it's the top of the hour. I'm Steve Johnson with the reminder that you can get our iPhone, iPad, and Android app. Then you can watch the Dove News on demand on your mobile app and on the Dove Roku channel as well. In the news today, Russia's President Vladimir Putin has dismissed claims that Russian special forces are in eastern Ukraine as nonsense. Speaking on a televised call-in show with the nation, Putin said that people in eastern Ukraine have risen against the authorities in Kiev, ignoring their rights and legitimate demands. A wave of protests, which Ukraine and the West said was organized by Russia and involved Russian special forces, have swept eastern Ukraine over the past weeks, with gunmen seizing government offices and police stations in at least 10 cities. Putin rejected the claims of Russian involvement, saying that the government in Kiev should engage in a dialogue with protesters. South Korean authorities have confirmed the death of a 9th victim from early Thursday's sinking of a ferry with 475 passengers aboard, most of them high school students. The death toll is expected to far exceed 9 because at least 287 passengers are missing more than 24 hours after that vessel flipped on its side and took on water. Dozens were injured. More than 400 rescuers searched nearby waters overnight and into Thursday morning. Poor visibility and strong currents are hampering the effort. Coast Guard says currents have prevented divers from getting into the wreckage. Even with a drought announced for areas of southern Oregon, this year's fire season might be similar to last year's conditions. At several large fire complex areas last year, 100,000 acres burned in southern Oregon. With fire season beginning in about 6 weeks, fire officials are preparing for what could be an active year. Although conditions were bad last year, forestry spokesman Brian Ballou says it may not be worse than what was seen last year.
I don't think it's really setting up to be too much different from the fire season of last year. 2013 was really a mirror image of what we're looking at now. So I think our expectations are about equal.
Ballou says that as the traditional June fire season nears, their stance is to hope for the best, but to prepare for the worst. A retired Marine has been convicted of killing his wife after a Medford jury rejected his testimony that she shot herself. Jurors deliberated throughout the day before reaching the verdict in the case of 45-year-old Born Huddleston. He was convicted of murder and related counts in the March 2012 death of 34-year-old Christy Huddleston. Medford-based People's Bank is reporting a first quarter profit of $168,000. That's an increase of over 63% over the same time last year. Let's take a look at what we can expect on the weather.